Hey there, I'm Niall. I've had a lot of requests to do a Steely Dan number. So here's this absolute banger from 1974. I'm going pretty in-depth into a fingerstyle version of it and trying to emulate the full band sound on acoustic. But if you just want to do a straightforward strumming version of it, you can use the simple versions of the chords. I've laid out some tabs below so you can follow them. I'll play all the bits and pieces slowly for you so you can play along. Now, I set up this channel because I believe firmly that one of the secrets to becoming an accomplished player is to learn new pieces constantly. So to that end, let's tackle a fingerstyle version of Steely Dan's Rikki, Don't Lose That Number.
Very nice.
So it opens with this sort of Latin feeling intro. It's just an E and a B. 6th string open, 5th string 2nd fret. And you add this onto it. So watch the tabs carefully, I'll play it slowly. You bar these 5 strings on the 2nd fret and put your middle finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. You pluck the 6th string, the 2nd and the 1st all together. Then the 2nd and 1st on their own. Then, keeping your 1st finger on the 5th string 2nd fret, you swivel around, drop your 2nd finger down to the 2nd fret on the 2nd string and pluck the 2 first strings. And that sounds like this. Swivel back over to your bar. While you're swiveling, you pluck the 5th string on its own. And then middle finger back up to the 3rd fret and ring finger on the 4th fret, 3rd string. And you pluck 5, 3 and 2 all together. Then remove those 2 fingers. So far, that sounds like this. You do that 3 times. On the 3rd playing, you add this part on. Put them back on and pluck 6, 3, 2, then 6, then 3, 2, like this. Slowly, sounds like this. And up to speed. Now from here on in, I'm going to be doing some pretty specific chordal imitations of Donald Fagan's piano playing. The first chord is a D, starting with a D sus2, hammering to a D. Now you can just do it down here, but the piano voice is up here, so that's the way I have it tabbed. So 7th fret on the 3rd string, 5th fret on the 1st and 2nd strings, 4th string open. Pluck that, then hammer on a 7th fret on the 2nd string, like this. Pluck the 4th string twice on its own, then pluck the 3 treble strings and repeat that hammer. So that all slowly looks like this. Then you do a similar thing with an A sus2 hammer to an A down here. So that's A with an open 2nd string, hammering to a 2nd fret on the 2nd string. And you pluck strings 5, 3, 2, 1 together, 5 twice on its own, then 3 treble strings on their own, like this. And we do an E here, so that's D shape, but 2 frets up. So that's 3rd string 4th fret, 2nd string 5th fret, 1st string 4th fret, pluck strings 6, 3, 2 and 1, then pluck 6 on its own, twice. After those 2 plucks on the 6th string, we get into one of the distinctive parts of the song. So, here we go. So what we're doing there is pulling off from 7 to 4 to 0 on the first string, like this. Then pluck second string on its own, like this. If you don't know how to pull off, check out this link up here. I've done a video explaining how to do that properly. So after that pull off, you make a D shape and pluck strings 6, 3 and 2, then 2 and 1. Then move that shape up 2 frets. Now we're using that syncopated bass line on this shape. So it's 6, 3 and 2 together, then 6 on its own, then 2 and 1, like this. So that much of the verse goes like this. Now, the next couple of chords are a repeat of those ones. So you've got the D again, the A again, and then a much simpler version of that E. So you just make that D shape up 2 frets, pluck 6, 3, 2, 1 together, then 6, 6, then 3, 2, 1 together, like this. Now, you've got a C sharp sus2 followed by a B sus2. Bar the first 5 strings on the 4th fret and make a 6th fret on the 4th and 3rd strings. And you pluck 5, 3, 2 and 1 together, 5. Then move everything down 2 frets and do the exact same thing. That whole second line sounds like this. Your next chord is a D, and while you're down at that B sus2, probably better off just make an ordinary D and use that hammer on the sus2. So let's make a D with an open first string and then hammer on the 2nd fret, like this. A again. Now I like to do this part on a normal E because here's what happens. Next chord is the grunge chord. If you don't know what the grunge chord is, here's another video containing it. It's an F sharp minor 11. So it's this shape, which is quite awkward, but there's good news too. You're not playing the 5th and 4th strings. So you can just get away with doing this if you like. That's 2nd fret on the 6th string and 3rd strings. And you pluck 6, 3, 2, 1. 6 on its own twice, then 3, 2, 1. The A, and here's the trademark riff of the song. So that there is a B7 sharp 9, a Hendrix chord, but down here, but you have to slide into it. So how that works is you bar the 3rd and 4th strings with your first finger, then make a 2nd fret on the 5th string. Put your pinky on the 2nd string 3rd fret, like this, and you pluck 5, 4, 3. After plucking that 3, you hammer on the 2nd fret with your ring finger. So, after the hammer, you pluck the 2nd string. So far that goes. Try that slowly. After that, you pluck the 3rd string, slide the bar up 1 fret, then pluck the 4th string like this. And that puts you in position for the opening of the chorus, which is the same as the end of the intro riff. So slowly, all of that goes. So that's the first chord of the chorus. Second chord is a G, which you can just do straight, like the same rhythm. let's try and get Donald's lovely little country feel into it. So you do the first G like this. The second one is like this. So you make this shape here and be prepared to hammer on your 4th fret on the 3rd string like this. Then you got an A, an ordinary G, and then a D. Now we get that lovely guitar part in. So far, the chorus goes like this. Now we're modulating up to a C. Straight C, then another straight C if you like, or you can do this bit. This is just really keeping your C shape, and you open the 4th string, hammer it on, then you pluck 2 and 3 together, 4 again, and 2 and 3 together, but hammer on a 2, so you need to take that middle finger and repurpose it. Hammer it on, pull it off. Then 4 again, 2 and 3 again, 4 again. That goes. Then you got a straight E minor. Then you got this. So you make that same shape you did for the G. 2 on the 3rd string, 3 on the 2nd string. Slide it up 2 frets and slide it back down. So you pluck the 6th string, then you do that. Then same operation again, 6th string, 2 and 3 together, slide them up and down. So that goes normal E minor, then the fancy one. Straight C. Then you got your A at the end of the chorus. So that's a 5th, then 2, 3, 4 together. Then 2, 3, 4 with an open 2nd. Then close it again, off again, 5th again, and straight, 2, 3, 4. That goes. And then if you like, you can do this little, and you're back into the Latin rhythm that happened at the very start of the song. Now the 2nd verse is pretty much the same as the 1st verse, except if you want, you can do this on the first E. So you run through the D and the A. And you're back into the same as the 1st verse after that. So this goes 6, 3, 2, 1 together. Then 2 6s like this. Then hammer from a 5 to a 7 on the 2nd string. Hammer 4 to 5 and then pull back to 4 on the 1st string. Then you need a 4th fret on the 1st and 3rd strings, 2nd fret on the same 2 strings, then open 1st string, 1st fret on the 3rd string, and down to a D. Now all that remains is the guitar solo. If enough people want me to do a video on the guitar solo, I will. So if you'd like that, leave a comment below. Otherwise, here's the backing to the guitar solo. The first half of the guitar solo is the same as the verse. Then it changes slightly. So you got your D, A, E. I like to do the E from the end of the verse, so that's a straight E. Then you got a D and an A again. G. F major 7. So that's just like an F with an open first string. G6, so it's a G with an open first string. F major 7 again. E minor 7. D, A, E. So that solo goes like this. Then you're into the bridge. C sharp minor 7, G sharp minor, A, C sharp minor 7. Then the F sharp minor 11 and the A from the end of a verse slot onto the end of that bridge as well. So that goes. Now, all that really remains is the very end of the song, but that's just reusing the riff from the start. So it just goes around again. Alright, that's how you play Steely Dan's Rikki, Don't Lose That Number, fingerstyle on acoustic. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like below. Drop a comment because they're giving me fantastic ideas for songs. And the more comments you put in my videos, the more the algorithm likes them, so it'll get the videos out to more people who want to learn guitar. So don't be shy. Alright, I'm Niall O'Riordan. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck with your playing. Learn a tune a week and build up your chops.